Do you feel like your time to get pregnant is running out? If that's the case, then grab your tea and come join me in my car today as we talk about how age affects your chances of getting pregnant and what you can do about it. I'm Denise Noyer-Erez, and I am lovingly known as the Fertility Godmother, and I help women that want to get pregnant more than anything achieve their dreams by saving them time and pain on their path to pregnancy. So let's talk about it, as we're going to really take a dive into those about aging and fertility. So the first thing is you want to, let's be truthful here. As we age, let's take an assessment of yourself. As we age, things get more challenging. That's just how it is, right? I mean, our fertility is more challenging. We don't have as many eggs as we used to. They're older. But also being fit and staying energized is more challenging. I don't know about you, but for me, if I just splurge just a little bit more than my normal, and staying in my little pathway here, all of a sudden I wake up and I feel like, oh my gosh, what happened? My pants are feeling a little snug, and it happens really fast. I have to be way more conscious, put much more effort into staying as fit and energized as I like to be, right? As I want to be for myself, to keep myself young and fit. So I want you to just think of that as the same thing with you're trying to get pregnant. So let's take an assessment. What's really important for you to know as you're aging and you're trying to conceive is you need to make sure that you have eggs first and foremost. Okay, that you're ovulating every month, that your menstrual cycles are regular. So if your menstrual cycles become really short, they're happening every 2 weeks, or they become really, really long, it's going to make it much more challenging. That doesn't mean impossible. It means that it's going to be more challenging, and there's things that you can do to help with that. So, but first, if you have eggs, whether you're, in your mid to late 30s, or if you're in your early 40s, sometimes I've even had women get pregnant like 47, 48. So, and I hear stories often through my colleagues as well, where women get pregnant, even when the doctors tell them it's not going to happen. In fact, it actually happened to my cousin. This was a long time ago, but she tried to conceive for 15 years, and the doctors told her she's not going to get pregnant. And she did have 2 children previously, so it was really confusing why all of a sudden she couldn't get pregnant. But for 15 years she tried, and she gave up hope. And then in her early 40s, she wasn't feeling so good, and she went to the doctor. She thought she was in menopause, and it turned out she was pregnant. So these stories, they're few and far between, but they happen. So one of the tips I have for you is, if you're trying to conceive and you want to do everything you can, whether I know one of my Fertility Godmother family asked me, what can you do at age 44 to improve your chances of getting pregnant? Well, it really takes it takes more effort, and I want you to be okay with that if this is something that you truly, truly want and you're not ready to give up on, because you can get pregnant. So what it takes your physical health to be as healthy as possible, and so that you really can nourish your eggs and make sure that the cells are going to be strong, that your uterus is going to be healthy and ready to implant. Those things are going to be really important, and I have a lot of videos on your diet and lifestyle and those things that you need to do. We talk a lot about that. In fact, I bet you're doing a lot of those things right now. And if not, make sure you watch my videos on fertility, diet, or even go to my resources and download the Fertility Godmother's fertility diet, so that you can make sure that you're on that right path. It's so important. Your eating habits are so important, what you're putting into your body. So that's going to be number one, let's say, the physical health. And then you have the mindset, the mental health, right? What are your thoughts? What are you believing? Are you focusing on wanting this child, which comes from a place of lack, right? I'm losing lack of a better word. It comes from a place of deficiency, of not from a place of fullness and abundance, right? So, but really choosing to focus on the possibility and creating that possibility of you conceiving, because it can happen. If you have eggs, your hormones are in balance, you can absolutely get pregnant. You can have a healthy baby, and it does take more effort. So instead of resisting that and feeling sorry that it's taking so much effort for you, embrace that. Embrace that you have the possibility of conceiving. Embrace the things that you can do to support your chances of getting pregnant and having a healthy baby, and focusing on the possibility. So even if it's a 5% chance, it's a focus on the 5% chance of the possibility versus the 95% chance. And some of you I know are having, are in that small percentage, and others have more percentage. So they say around after age 35, we're called advanced maternal age, right? And but taking your focus and just really focusing on the possibility and what you can do for your fertility, and in living in that instead of living in the it's not going to happen, it's too late for me, and all the fear and that negative talk. So you want to try to find that balance of being of reality, because we don't want to deny what is. Okay, you can't deny what is. And at the same time, I want you to focus on the possibility. So it's really being truthful with yourself and making an assessment and making sure that you have things, that you're doing the right things to get to your goal, which is getting pregnant, having a healthy pregnancy, having a baby, or adding to your family, right? That's something that you want. Hi, Amna. Nice to see you. Thank you. Thanks so much. So the other thing that I want to share with you is the spiritual health, right? So it's the mind, body, and soul. They need to be in alignment to create a baby. So spiritual health, what do you do? What have you done? And if you would love to, I'd love to hear, share it in the comments. Even if you're watching the replay, share in the comments. What have you done recently that is playful? When is the last time you played? So there's a study that actually shows when you're more playful, you reverse the aging process. So there's diet that can help you. There's your belief system that can help you. And then there's your spiritual, being fulfilled, having some fun, being playful. In fact, I often tell my ladies after ovulation, during that 2-week wait, or after they've done the embryo transfer, frozen embryo transfer, they ask, what can I do? The number one thing is laugh. Download some comedies, have some fun, do something really fun. So share with me what you have done that has been exciting and fun and playful in your life, because that can actually help you, right, as we go through this whole fertility journey, especially if you are older. So I want you to make sure that you stay in touch with reality of where you're at, so that but at the same time, stay in possibility, and make sure that you're doing the things for the most part. I mean, listen, there's no straight line to success. We weave in and out. Sometimes we take a little detour, but as long as you're super clear on the reason why you want to have a baby, you want to have a baby more than anything, and you line up your actions, your lifestyle, your health, your spirit, your soul, in taking those right steps, that it can definitely improve your chances of having a baby. And that's what I get to do with the women I work with all over the world. And it's such a blessing, and I'm so grateful for it. And I wanted to share those tips with you. And if you need additional help, you want some extra support, and you want to do some coaching calls with me, then just DM me or let me know, send me an email, and I will absolutely be here for you. We can set something up to get you on the right path to pregnancy. I hope you found today's episode really helpful. Please let me know in the chat below, and I will see you next week on here with the Fertility Godmother. Bring your yummy tea. I'd love to know what your favorite teas are. And I'm Denise Noyer-Erez. I'm the Fertility Godmother, and I help women all over the world achieve their dreams of having a baby by saving them time and pain on their path to pregnancy. Bye.